in my opinion, and Joel, I'll let you answer that or comment on that in a second. I see the current price level as being kind of like a base for this. It has Dash hasn't gone down much below this, and I think that is because it's getting a lot of use, or at least from what I can see. So please tell me whatever you got.
Yeah, and obviously I have no idea for sure about anything, right? I can guess. And my guesses are, you kind of see this because of like the way prices tend to move. To me, there's like an actual, it's just like how much of it is cake and how much of it is like whipped cream on top, right? How much of it is like fluff. And
Yep.
I kind of feel like most crypto is like 98% fluff. And you see it because the fluff goes away really fast. And
Right.
so what I care about the most, and I'll take the fluff because fluff pays some bills. It gets new integrations and things, right? I will take it when it has it. But as far as I'm aware, the price floor is where I like to see things, right? Where
Yep.
I want the floor to be higher. It's not raise the roof, raise the floor. So
Right.
from my understanding, the floor is the real utilitarian market price as far as this is what the market's willing to pay for what it does, for the number of users, for everything else. And
Exactly.
so that's something you can fix and move up. And that's something where you have a certain amount of resilience where the price goes up and then free fall crash and then it just hits the floor, because that's where people start to actually need to use the stuff, right? There's a certain amount of, oh, I need it to buy for this. I needed to sell to provide liquidity for that exchange and this. And there's yeah, there's utility there, and that just has that solid floor. And then when you
Exactly.
see these astronomical spikes and things like that, that's speculation. And so we've seen this, for example, with like Zcash, right? Zcash
Yes. Yes.
was at its floor for a long time. Then you
Right.
look at the transaction numbers, you see like that, and it's like, okay, that makes sense. And then a bunch of, I would say a lot of it deserved hype, but still hype nonetheless came in and just rocket ship just goes crazy to the moon. And then, some of that blows off, but still doing pretty well. You look at Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, from what 125 to, what is it, half of that today? Kind of did like a 50% dip in the last few months. And that's the
Yep.
big daddy of cryptos. Like there's a lot of fluff. And if you see people like Sailor ranting for more than 2 seconds, you realize where the fluff comes from. Like it's not rocket science that this is not like, oh yeah, everyone's pulling out their phone and paying with this stuff. It's like, no, it's a lot of number go up. So
Yep.
yeah, here's my expectation, right? I personally expect that this was the last pumpy cycle that we just went through. And it wasn't really that pumpy. I kind of feel like meme coins killed it for everyone, but like also everyone's like, well, wasn't there an alt season? Or, oh, Bitcoin can't have had this top at 125 or whatever. That can't have been the top. I think it can be because the free money is running out. And I know a lot of projects are going to struggle. A lot of people are getting get laid off, all that kind of stuff. But I think that it's now like the total market cap and activity and everything of all crypto is going to keep going up, but it's not going to be like fluff. It's not going to be nothing. And so the thing that I'm sweating about every day, a little bit, is how am I going to put users on chain? How am I going to get more people using this stuff? And I'm not sweating that much. Keep building better and better products. And, we're
Yep.
about to, we're within a couple weeks at least. I received conflicting messages about which part gets released when, but within a couple weeks at least, if not tomorrow, somewhere in that range, you're going to be able to earn your salary in Dash just with your normal employer at
Oh
like
man.
a under 1% fee total for that. So it's way cheaper so you can just dollar cost average 20% or whatever in. There's some new savings technologies that we're working on that you could get some serious discounts, kind of like by spending Dash's money. There's a lot of cool things. So I'm not worried, but I'm still like, it's just like if you have like an ultimate deadline by which you need to have your house clean before people come over. Even if you have plenty of time and you know you can do it, you still
Yeah.
just I got to get this done.
Yeah.
And what we have to get done as a space, we have to get users by in the next couple years. 5 years from now, you're not going to have ghost chains like who's going to catch a stray today? Well, Cardano, let's just say. You can't have that market cap with that number of users is not going to exist 5 years from now. So you better start onboarding.
Yep. Nope. Appreciate that. We got a bunch of questions queued up here, Joel. I hope you got a little bit of time. Thoughts about comments on the algorithm, and she followed that up with this one.
Yeah, I think she's talking about the mining algorithm. So X11 was Dash's mining algorithm. That's why Dash for like a week or something, its name was Xcoin, and it's X. And so that's why every Dash address starts with an X right now, like the old school Dash addresses. So X11 mining algorithm used 11 different mining algorithms in the same, and so Dash is the number one X11 mined chain. So yeah, I guess that's that. It's been chugging along. Miners are less a part of the ecosystem as they used to be, but they're still there. They're still the base of the base network. And yeah.
Okay.